Hello, Norman County. My name is Assistant Chief Noah. I'm with Lieutenant Clayton today. He's going to help me out with the pump system, and we're going to teach you how to use it and how to not mess up with it with any further updates. So yeah, let's continue on and show you how to work this pump. So, Lieutenant, if you want to state off what's new with the pump, and what we can do here.
Yeah.
Pascal
Yeah.
underscore
So
Avation
number
joined.
one thing that's going to be newest with the pump is pretty much in its entirety pump operations as a whole. And what we're going to do is simply go over those pump operations so that if you are in the situation being as engineer or chauffeur of the rig, you are able to be productive on the fire ground and keep water to your nozzlemen so that we take care of every fire. Of course, with everything, how you're going to start is you're going to have the engine on. So we're going to, of course, for those who don't know, flip the electrical switch and then punch the starter. That's going to get your engine started. Once that occurs, you hop into the driver's side of the cab behind the steering wheel. You're going to look to your right side for your PTO or your takeoff switch. This is a mechanical device that's going to
Pascal
transfer the
underscore
engine power
Avation left.
to pump. And so it's going to be in the upright position when you are first looking at it. When you're in drive mode, you're going to select the switch down. Of course, you're going to make sure that your vehicle is parked for all of this. Once that is done, you're going to come over to the driver's side of the pump panel, and you're going to go ahead and prime the rig for pumping, which is going to be this little yellow tag up here that has primer fire pump. You're, of course, going to let the pump prime fully. You're not going to do anything while it's priming. That's going to make your pump malfunction. So just let it run its course. Once you hear it click off, you're going to come back over here, and you're going to initiate the tank to pump pulley right here, or switch, whatever you want to call it, this device, just underneath the primer. Once that is done, you can go ahead and have whoever your man is, nozzleman, go ahead and pull a dry stretch off of the vehicle. In this case, it will be our assistant chief here who will pull a 1 3/4 line off of the driver charge. From that point, you come back to the driver's side where you're going to have all of your discharge devices. So he pulled from driver discharge 1. All of these are labeled. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the first driver discharge. Once that is done, we're going to go ahead and open up the pump by upping the gallons per minute. You're going to know when you're upping the gallons per minute when you're able to hear the engine sound like it's running away, but in actuality, it's beginning to pump the onboard water. Engine 2-1 chauffeur, engine 2-1 nozzleman. Here comes your water, and you have water. Now, at the end of a fire scene, we need to go make sure that we go ahead and pack up. And that typically consists of doing everything that we just did in an opposite manner. So you're going to go ahead and bump the engine back down to idle. That's going to drop the water pressure down to 0, and we're going to be able to take away the discharge. So the nozzleman can come get his discharge and disconnect it. While he's doing that, you're going to, of course, disengage any of the discharges that you have open. Realistically, these discharges kind of serve like the cap on a water bottle. If the water is still flowing out the water bottle, and you try and take off the cap while it's try and take off the cap or put it back on, it's going to be very difficult, right? You got to stop the flow of the water. So once that's done, you can disconnect. Then from there, you're going to uninitiate the tank to pump switch. Now, when you're disengaging the pump on the fire engine, you do not need to read anything to the primer. The primer is just only for when you're switching to pump operations, not when you're switching into driving operation. So with that being said, the tank to pump has now been put back into its reset to its normal position. With that, you come back to your driver's seat. You get ready to drive by re-engaging your PTO switch back to drive mode, and you're ready to take off to your next call.
Very good example or from Lieutenant Jay Colton. Jay Clayton. Let me rephrase that. So it's mainly how you work the pump and anything else from that. Do be reminded, any staff from Norman, that the medic does not go in this bay right here. The medic goes in this bay only. We do not want to see any more casualties like this. This bay right over here is for the battalion chief only. So I thank you very much if you could not do that. More further updates might happen in the near future. We'll let you know in our Discord. I will link the Discord below. In otherwise news than that, I'm Assistant Chief Noah. This is Jake Clayton.
Lieutenant J. Clay.
And we'll probably see you in the next update. Bye-bye.